is how long does it take for all undergraduate students at William and Mary who are not already immune to get infected with the cold virus. Before I approach this problem, I would like to discuss the numbers, approximations, and assumptions that I made for this problem. As usual, we do not have any numbers for this Fermi problem, but some approximations that I researched was that it takes 3 days to spread an infection, this type of cold infection, and this was according to the U.S. National Library of Medicine. And then one person can infect up to 10 people, and this is according to the New England Journal of Medicine. And then there's about 6,000 undergraduate students here on campus, which I got from the William and Mary website. And then some assumptions that I made is that this infection will occur around December, which I found from current allergy and asthma reports. And then I'm also assuming that this disease is a type of upper respiratory infection, which I also got from current allergy and asthma reports, and that it is a type of rhinovirus, which I got from the New England Journal of Medicine. Also, I'm assuming that all the people in the undergraduate population have a similar and healthy immune system, and that their immune system isn't affected by environmental stressors such as stress or lack of sleep, which I got from an article titled Prevention and Treatment of the Common Cold. And then this last assumption that I made is an assumption that I made mostly on my own, and that is that each sick person interacts with 10 new healthy people every 3 days. So the way that I approach this problem is by sketching it out first, and I start with patient 0, which will be this person. And then, as I said, it takes 3 days for this person to infect 10 new people. So I'm going to draw 10 lines to represent 10 new people. Okay. And then each of these dots will represent a new person who just got infected with this cold virus. Okay, and then each of these new people, so I'll put 1 here to remember that this is 1 person, that this whole row is 10 new people. Each of these people infect 10 new people every 3 days. So this will be a different type of circle. It'll be an open circle to represent 10 people per circle, per open circle. And if you add these up, 10 times 10, you get 100. And then each of these 10 people infect 10 new people. And so that's why I changed color, because it's no longer 100 for the whole row. Instead, it is as if you do 100 times 10, you get 1,000. And so this represents 1,000. And finally, keeping in mind that we're trying to reach 6,000 undergraduate students, I will stop after this magnitude, which each of these red circles represents 1,000, and when you add that up, or do 1,000 times 10, you get 10,000. So when you add these up, you get 10,000 plus 1,000 plus 100 plus 10 plus 1. You get 11,111. And as I said, each of these lines represents 3 days. So you would get 3, 6, or 3, 3, 3, 3. 3 times 4 is 12. but this is an estimate. And we can easily get to 6,000 if we remember that the rate is that 10 new people get infected every 3 days, which means that about 3 people are infected every day, which means about 6 to 7 people are infected every 2 days. Remember, as I said, that we add up all these numbers, so we know that we already have 1,000 within newly infected people, and we're trying to reach 6,000. So 6,000 minus 1,000 is 5,000, which means we are trying to infect 5,000 new people. And 5 falls between 3 and 6, which means that it is more than 1 day to infect 5,000 new people, but it's a bit less than 2 days to infect 5,000 people. So I am estimating about 2 days to infect 5,000 new people within this population. And so, saying that it's 2 days, we then add up these 3 to get 3, 6, 9, and then plus this 2 to get 11 days, which is the final answer. And if you add these populations up, these 5, you get 5,000 plus 1,000, which is 6,000, plus 100, which is 6,100, plus 10 plus 1, and you get 6,111 people. So it takes about 11 days for the whole undergraduate population to get infected with a cold virus, which some may find very surprising, which I do honestly, that it takes less than 2 weeks for the whole population to be infected. One limitation that I have is making this assumption that each sick person interacts with 10 new healthy people, and I only made this assumption in order to get this kind of answer. However, this assumption will be taken into account when epidemiologists perform the same kind of conceptual problem by using SIR models, which stands for Susceptible Infectious Recovered Models, and they use this to get a more accurate answer. But I think this answer is accurate. So that is my Fermi problem.